In the beginning, there was nothing. But then, Druckmann said, "Let there be something." And so, space, nebulae, more space. But this wasn't enough. He rubbed his hands together, got them of a good temperature, lukewarm, and went boom, and molded Earth, and then the moon, and then Space Colony Arc from the Sonic Adventure 2 video game, and then Eggman, I mean Druckmann took over the Space Colony Arc, which suspiciously looked like a very buff woman. And then he threatened Earth and fired a laser at the moon. Except the moon looked like a middle-aged man, and the laser was more like a golf club. Yeah.
And now, the Game of the Year award goes to The Last of Us Part 2.
Man, did I sure love the fact that I sat through the entirety of The Last of Us awards. Did I sure love watching The Last of Us Part 2 get nominated for multiple categories which it didn't deserve to win. That's what I call a good use of my 6 hours. I sat through the whole thing, and the most interesting part was probably the fact that they showed a lot of cool new games. That one from Pearl Abyss, the something desert, Crimson Desert, was it? I don't know. It looked really cool though, and I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, the Game Awards sucked, and this video is coming out really late because I'm lazy, and it took me ages to edit this and get through it. So I've got my own list compiled here. I think I left some categories out. Honestly, there was some good games this year, but I really haven't played that many from this year. I'm gonna get straight into this. I'm gonna tell you my Game of the Year awards. How do I merge Game and Meep together? Game Meep Award. Wait, no. So I'm gonna start from the bottom of my list and go up. Under Best Simulation and Strategy, we have because I don't know, I couldn't think of any. Under Best Sports, I have written again, but I'm gonna give it to Tony Hawk's because it's the only one I could think that came out this year that's even remotely good. The Best Multiplayer, we have Among Us. Anything else that would fit the category already won other awards, I guess. Only one game per award, something like that. Only one award per game, yeah, that's the one. Best Fighting, we have The Sims 4, because I don't play fighting games, and I mean you can make them fight in that game, right? I'm pretty sure anyway. Best RPG, I don't know. I don't think I played any from this year except for Cyberpunk, and that's certainly not winning it. I guess I'll go with Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's good, apparently. Can't wait to try it. Best Action Adventure, we've got Jedi Fallen Order, because it was a good game until I accidentally erased my 11 hours worth of save data. Accessibility, we have The Last of Us Part 2. Credit where credit's due. It had some pretty good accessibility options. You can literally make the game entirely a movie, basically, and put no effort into the game if you really just want to listen to the story. VR game goes to Bonework. It came out at the very end of last year. Wait, no, it's 2021 now. This year doesn't count. It technically came out at the very end of 2019, but it missed all the awards from 2019 because of the fact it came out after them all. So by that logic, I'm giving it to Boneworks. Best community support goes to Phasmophobia, I guess. I mean, in their Discord, they have like a system where you can suggest things and you can vote on people's suggestions, and yeah, they seem pretty in touch with the community. For the best indie game, we have because awesome. It's just best ongoing game is No Man's Sky. I'm gonna leave it No Man's Sky because like that game's had so much support since its dog shit release. So yeah, go check that out if you like space. I like space. The biggest impact we have Doom Eternal, because the demons definitely felt the impact of that shotgun, LMAO. I'm giving it to Doom Eternal because I couldn't fit it into any other awards, because it's a game that deserves an award. I finished it, but I'm really shit at it. Like, I'm so bad that I can't even appreciate how good the game is because I can't get the gameplay flowing well. For the best performance, we have Death Stranding. Did that come out in 2020? Came out on Steam in 2020, therefore it counts. For the best audio design, there is Half-Life Alyx. The audio design in that game was so good. If you have a VR headset, you need to play it. For the best music, I'm giving it to Terraria. Yeah, I know it didn't come out this year, but it got its final update. Not this year. Fuck me, it's 2021, I need to get my head around that. Look, I know it didn't come out in 2020, but it had its final update in 2020, okay? And to me, that counts, because that update brought some really cool music. Have you heard the Empress of Lights theme? Wow! Wait, what originally won Best Music? I would have given it to Doom Eternal if I was more of a fan of heavy metal and stuff. Best Music, Final Fantasy VII. Oh, okay. Okay, I haven't played it. I wouldn't know. Best Art Direction goes to Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Have you seen the game? It is artwork. It is literally art. I cannot fathom how any game beat that. But I'm giving the best narrative to Ghost of Tsushima, which I wish I could play, but I mean, I've heard the story's really good. In terms of best game direction and innovation, I'm going to give it to Hades, which I still need to play, but I mean, from everything I've seen, Hades has literally reinvented the roguelike formula. And then I'm just going to give the game of the year now, which is Half-Life Alyx, again, because fuck the rules, it deserves that. I gave it Best Audio Design and Game of the Year. The only reason I did that is because I don't actually know, like, it is my Game of the Year. It was always going to be my Game of the Year. It's amazing. It's such a good game. Not only is it a fucking good game, but it uses VR. It is, like, the best VR game. And I didn't give it Best VR, I gave it to the second best VR game in my opinion, which is Boneworks, because I didn't want to just give Half-Life Alyx all the awards. Which, if I was being completely and utterly biased, I would have done. If I was being biased, I wouldn't have even given The Last of Us 2 the Accessibility Award, but I feel it genuinely deserves it. In terms of audio design, Half-Life Alyx blew me away more than any game I've ever played before. And it was always going to be the Game of the Year, so I had to give it at least the 2 awards because there's nothing else I could have put in place. Game awards are really dumb. They're really stupid. The Player's Choice Award during the Game Awards was Ghost of Tsushima, and yet the Game of the Year was The Last of Us Part 2. That insinuates that the Game of the Year was not the Player's Choice. It wasn't all down to the player's vote. It just wasn't. There were definitely some involvement from journalists and stuff and outlets who obviously had their votes and stuff, and they all went for The Last of Us 2 because it's accessible. We all remember from Cuphead that game journalists, they're actually really fucking bad at games. They can't play games for the life of them. He couldn't get past the tutorial, and for that reason alone, all these game journalists, they're going to choose the game that was most accessible to them. Why do you think Doom Eternal didn't win any awards? For the same reason, I didn't give it the awards you were probably hoping I would have. Because I suck at it. Because they suck at it. And that's why I gave it Best Impact, because I think it would be funny, because I can't think of a game that had a big impact. But either way, with Game of the Year awards, I think we need to have the worst game of 2020 awards. It just wouldn't be the same without the worst games of 2020.